Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Janie. Welcome, you are welcome here. So today I'm gonna be just going over how I contour, highlight, how I shape and sculpt my face using Cozzette Beauty's. I already prepped my skin. I'm gonna show you guys a little clip. This is the Embryolisse primer. I do not know how to say that or pronounce that name, so I am not going to try. Also go in with a Rare Beauties primer. And I go in with a oil which is from Danessa Myricks. The beauty oil is amazing, especially for my dry ass skin. So this whole video is pretty much going to be how to contour, sculpt, highlight your face. So since my skin is very dry, I'm going to be going off of products that are good for my skin. You can try to do some research and try to see if you have oily skin, if you have combination skin. Try to test things out, which products will be good for you, which product isn't going to be good for you. Also, try not to spend all your money on products that you may not need. Sephora has a return policy, a pretty good return policy. Ulta has a good policy too, like a return policy. So try not to spend your money. Just try things, ask for samples, try to like go with the flow of your skin. These are products that's been working for me for a very long time, and I've been using this method for a little while now. My method is not going to be the same as everyone. There is multiple ways to sculpt your face. You have underpainting, and underpainting is where you're bare face like me, and let's say I just want to contour. I will contour all my face with or without blending. Some people blend, some people do little blending, and then they put their foundation over it, which is a good method, but I'm so used to the way that I do it now that I cannot stop. So I'm going to be showing you guys the method that I use. It's not that like but you know, it's just something that I've been using that's been working on my face. First things first, make sure you have a good base. Drink water, eat healthy, eat fruits, things like that, and your skin will most likely come to life. My skin is nowhere near perfect. I have blemishes, I have dark circles, I have uneven skin, like I have like some patches here, but overall I got it to where my skin is, when I apply makeup, the makeup sits nice. That's what we want, thanks to Seated Orchard. So I just cleanse my face with Youth to the People's cleanser, KO cleanser, and I just moisturize with everything I just showed you. And now I'm going to be going over my lips. I'm going to be showing you guys how I use my House of Hemp scrub, lip scrub. That is amazing. I'm going to be showing you guys how I use this, and then I'll move on to the products. It's like a little tube. It's kind of hard to get in there, and I kind of cracked the container a bit, so I take a spatula, and I just scrape like a chunk like this. So I go in with bare lips. I just put Aquaphor on my lips just to like kind of get it to stick to my lip. Does that make sense? And then I just go in and I rub. And I just take a rough towel and I go wipe it down. It's got a little bit of red, irritation. It just, honestly, it makes the lips look a little bit bigger, which I like. But I scrub all around my lips, even on the outer rim, because as you guys know, I have flare-ups right here. Lately, thank God, it hasn't came back, so I'm proud of that. For complexions, I'm going to be using Cozzette Beauty's Infinite Makeup Full Coverage Stick. This is a foundation stick that has a brush at the end. If you want to use the brush, you can just dab on your foundation with the brush. And these are the colors. They are cream. I'm going to be showing you guys how I use cream makeup on dry skin. So the colors I'm going to be using G3, C4, and G6. So these are the colors. These guys look a little bit wonky. It's because I scrape them. I scrape my makeup because I'm a makeup artist, and I try to get into that habit of always scraping because of sanitary reasons. We cannot just be putting this on my face and then putting it and applying it on a, you know, talent or model's face. Like, no. I'm gonna be taking C4 and G3 and I'm gonna actually blend them together, and then I'm gonna be spot concealing my blemishes. So I have a guy here that's going away, and this little fella does not want to leave. I know this is from the mask, like I know that's from the mask. And then I have, you know, just the regular little dots that are going away. Once I mix up the colors, it should look like this. Yes, I have a pan. I've always used this pan. This is where I put the skin products on. That's why you never see me like apply the makeup on my face like that. I just feel like it's not sanitary. So I'm just going to apply it not directly on my blemish. You don't want to apply your makeup on top of your pimple. It's just like, no, put it around. And then when you're blending it with your brush, then you can, you know, dab it on top, move it around. But I try to put it next to it, around it. So right now I'm just spot concealing. I'm not really going in and shaping yet. So I'm going to blend that out with a brush. This is a Morphe E8 brush. Honestly, brushes like this are good. It doesn't have to be Morphe. It doesn't have to be like anything fancy. Just, I mean, Morphe's not fancy, but this is just a cheap, quick brush. A quick tip that Cozzette actually told me himself is that when you're using any products that have cream or like a gel or even an eyeshadow, you can mix his mixing liquid. This actually makes the foundation, if you put this with the foundation, you can turn it into a long-wearing waterproof foundation. So even if you have oily skin, I would recommend getting the mixing liquid and trying out a cream product. Just give a few drops of this and see how it applies on your face and see how it stays on your face. Because I know for a fact when I use this for like an eyeliner, like I scrape up my eyeshadow and I mix it with this, and that liner stays on all day. It's actually pretty hard to come out, but it works. So yes, I would highly recommend. I'm not going to do this today because I want to be glowy. I want to be oily as F. No. I'm going to be taking G6. This is actually for me. I'm not going to share this one with my clients. Sorry, guys. Because I already have Danessa Myricks cream contour as well. So I use that for my clients, and I use this one specifically for my face. So I am just going to apply it straight directly on my face. And I'm going to be showing you guys where I place my contour. Placement is key. Depending on what kind of face shape you have, placement is key. I think of my face as like kind of like a heart shape, but then like, I guess, I don't know. I'm still learning face shapes, so bear with me. But these are the placements that's been working for me and my face. And honestly, maybe it can work for you, maybe it won't, but you can just take my word for it and see it for yourself. So I'm going to actually place, so before I used to place my contour right here under, literally like under, like in the middle of my ear, like that. And I would wonder why it would look so like patchy and like a patch of like darkness. But if you see right now, the light shines here, right? I have no contour, no highlight, just that, right? Even before that, I should have showed you guys. But here is where my lighting is at. This is where the highlight is going to be placed, here and here. Okay, I want to make this also highlight, so I'm gonna bring that out, and then right here the light is kind of showing you where to place your contour, or like your contour, bronzer. That's another video. I'm gonna be talking about bronzer and like how to like really lighten this. This is more of like sculpting, like you want that, you know, to change kind of the dynamics of your face a little bit with makeup. So I'm just going to be following the shadows of where the light is hitting me and all that stuff. Anyways, so let me stop yapping. I'm going to place my stick literally right on my cheekbone. Like, I don't really have a defined cheekbone, so I'm just going to put it right there. Now, I don't have a big forehead, and I don't want to shrink my forehead. I want to kind of like have this highlight all here. So I'm not going to be going and making this into a bronzer helmet. I'm just going to be placing it on the side and that's where I'm going to be blending it at. So my nose is slim here, but towards the end it gets a little bit wide. You know, I like my nose. I don't really care for my nose, but I want the tip to be a little bit like thin, and I want that little button nose because my nose is pointy. And I just like to take a little bit of it and put it right under the brow so I can shape my eyelid. And then I'm gonna put it under my lip. And this is a trick, especially if you don't have a fine lip line. I literally put this right here, and boom, I got a lip. I got a big ass lip. So I also take it, and I've been doing this for a while, for like a few months now, and I've been liking it. I just define my jaw, and that's it. I leave my chin the way it is because my chin is very like out there. So I take it, and even if I want, I can go a little bit higher, like that. I'm going to be blending it out. You can blend it out with a beauty blender, or you can blend it out with a brush. I like to use the Real Technique brush. I don't know what, okay, contour brush. Ah, it's perfect for you guys. See, it's Real Technique contour brush. I love this brush. I've been using this brush for years, so this is a very good brush. You want to apply it the way that it is. So you're constantly going up and down like that, and you're dabbing. You're not going back and forth, because that will move the foundation, that will move the product all over, and it will not have a like, it will pretty much blend it out to where you cannot see it no more. So we don't want that. So I'm going to show you, I just literally, and I blend up, because again, I don't want that to be so prominent right here. I want to create a cheekbone. And I go up and then I kind of like don't want it to go too far, so then I leave it there. And then you'll see I got lip thing. So for my face shape, I do actually like the bronzer or the contour a little bit on my cheekbone, and I'll show you in a minute how that looks with the blush. And then that's it. I'm not gonna mess with it, because if I mess with it too much, it's going to fade away. So I'm gonna just do the other side, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I contour the nose. I'm going to be blending it out with a Cozzette #5. It's kind of like a D brush. I call it a D brush. You can also use it as a eyeshadow brush, but I like it for the nose contour. And for this, I honestly just go up and down, and I just kind of stick to that placement. I don't want to move it too much because I'm going to be going over it with highlight. I'm going to be highlighting with G3. I didn't tell you guys before, but this is a Sigma brush. This is, the number is faded, but it says it's a concealer. It's a Sigma concealer brush. I think it's F70. I'm not gonna hold you, I really don't know. But this brush been in my kit for so many years, and I love it. It's freaking amazing. So for placement, for my highlight, I put my highlight right in the middle of my tear duct, because that's where a lot of my shadow kind of hides, because it's so dark. So I place it here. I place it in between the nose, which would be like here in the middle. I do a little sun. For here, I lift my eye because my eyes are very droopy, so I lift and I put it right there. And then I also take like the corner of my mouth and I bring it up. And then for the bags or like the dark spots under the eye, I don't go like directly there. I just go like where it will like end, where that circle, that ring will end. Normally, yes, before I used to put a peach color, which is a Danessa Myricks, but for this video I wanted to do just Cozzette Beauty, for you guys to see how it looks. And honestly, it's been working for me without the peach tone. So I know I look super crazy, but you can already see the snatchness or like the sculpting of how everything is going to look, and it's just gonna come out really well. So when I'm blending, I'm honestly just dabbing. I'm not trying to go over any of the contour just yet, because it's about like layering. I'm going back and forth and back and forth. We kind of lost a little bit, and I want to bring that color back. So again, it's a lot of back and forth, but it's worth it. I'm going to use powders. So this is where kind of bronzing comes in, you can say. I'm going to be bronzing up with the Cozzette G8. And I just placed it not all over where I placed it, because I want that gradient. I want it to be like warm and then a little bit darker. So yeah, I'll show you guys what I mean. I'm going to be taking the same brush. I'm going to be dabbing the color. I also like to dab the excess right here just so that it's not a lot. And I'm going to place the color right at the end, and then I go up. I'm trying to look. And I also go into my crease just so that there's like a 3, like a number 3. So boom, boom. So same thing with the contour and the bronzer. I have a color that is for my highlight, and it is in the color or shade C2. So I just literally coat my brush, which is the Cozzette S123 brush, and I dab the excess and I just pat. I don't go back and forth. I don't use a lot because again, my skin can dry up very fast. I go over the highlighted area. So for this particular powder, it does add color, and it takes away a little bit of the shine, but for right now I want to take the shine out a little bit more. So I'm going to be using the Danessa Myricks powder. This is the Danessa Myricks powder. This is 01. This has no color. It's just evolution powder. So I just pour it on my palette. I take a bunch, I put it on my hand to coat the whole thing, and then I do the same thing. I pat wherever I want to take that shine out. Just for now, that shine honestly is gonna come back because I have dry skin and my skin just loves creams, so it is gonna come back. Also comes back because of my setting powder, so it's okay. I'm just gonna powder just to place everything, make sure everything stays and does not move around. Ugh. So this is the face with powder. As you saw before, it's a very big difference. You see I was very like creamy, oily looking, and now I am much pressed powdered. Okay, I'm back. I quickly did my eyes. I don't know how my lashes are looking. I'm like trying to look up and then down at the same time. I didn't want them to be so heavy. I did my eyes off camera because again I have a flare up where I believe it's from my eczema. It's just really dry patches like in the inner tear duct of my eyes, so the shadows look very dry. They're separating, and it's honestly, I can't do nothing about it. It's not the makeup, it's just my skin. It's just a flare up. I have to wait till it passes. I've been putting the treatment on my face, so I don't know, we'll see when it goes away. So this is how the face looks with a simple eye look. I'm not gonna go dramatic with my eyes. All I did was put a little color on the crease and I dragged it into my temple area and then into the nose bridge. Okay, so I'm just gonna be showing you guys my everyday combo that I kind of been using like for a long time. So this is the MAC cork liner. I went back to this yesterday and I liked the way my lips looked yesterday, so I'm going to be recreating it. Normally I would pick up a Mented cosmetic lip liner. I'm going to show you. The two colors that I have currently, one is called Night and the other one is called Foxy. So this one is Night and this one is Foxy. Foxy is a very orange brown and this one's a very deep brown, like a dark chocolate brown. I love these colors, but for this look or this just like vibe that I'm giving you guys, I want a really I want a really muted brown. So this is Cork. Is it? Yes, this is Cork. Oak is another good one. This is Cork MAC lip liner. I got these from Ulta because I heard that they are discontinued. So Ulta may have these. I don't know. I bought this one a while ago. I just cleaned my lips with the rough towel. I get these from Dollar Tree. I got a lot of them, as you can see. So even though we lost a little bit of color, like around, like a little foundation color around, it's okay. I'm going to be going out here. Oh, this, I don't even know how would I bring you closer. Anyways, I'm gonna try it like this. So I go in the outer corners and I just line the bottom of my lip, which my bottom lip is a little bit fuller than the top. But so I brought you guys a little bit closer. I hope that you can see now. Now I'm going to be going on the top and I'm just going to be following my natural lip line, and then I'm going to show you guys how I kind of like tweak it a little bit. So this is exactly my lip line. Like one is thinner than the other, and I'm just going to be going a little bit over the top with the liner. I do lose my Cupid's bow only because I don't really have a defined Cupid's bow because of my lip line. Cozzette Beauty also has a liquid lipstick that are really good. These are so good, especially when you are trying to go out and you have to wear a mask. These are really good for that. I'm not trying to go out, and because the whole theme is kind of cream, I'm going to be going in with a regular cream lipstick. And this one is from Dose of Colors, No Shade. I had this for mad long and I love it. I'm sorry, like, I love this. So where I place this matters. I'm going to be placing it on kind of where the Cupid's bow is at. So normally I would just be like on like the bottom, but no, I'm going to go on top. And then on the bottom, I'll just go in the middle. I'm going to be taking my Cozzette brush in P370, and it's kind of like a lip brush. It's very thin. You can also use it for any like cool designs that you want to use for your eyes. So I'm just going to blend this color and take the color a little bit on top. Then I'm just going to go right back in with the liner. Cozzette Beauty, and this is their full filled lip gloss. So it honestly, this one is clear. Because I keep using it, it is changing the color, which sucks, but I kind of like this. It gives you like a really high intense gloss. I think the placement of where you put certain things really make a difference. You just have to play with your face, see what you like, see what you don't like, and take it like that. You'll learn off of pictures, you'll learn off of different lighting, when you see yourself in different lighting. So yeah, this is the face. I'm going to spray my Ofra makeup fixer. This is really good. I like this. This gives you a lot of glow. I'm not sure if it's going to keep your makeup on all day. It does keep your makeup on. That it does. But when you're working with creams, you need something really strong. I know in the past I said that this had kept my makeup on like all day, which it did. But since my whole face is full cream, I would recommend Skindinavia. They have an amazing setting spray that's really good to pair with a cream, conceal, all that stuff. Even if you put powder, always remember that creams, especially if you have a dry face, creams kind of seep through, or creams are powerful. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't tongues, words, what the fuck. Anyways, I'm gonna spray this matte far because the way it sprays, it's like, I recommend you just go out and get Cozette's brushes. They are super soft. They're vegan, cruelty free. They're amazing. It's just so crazy how soft they are, and they're not made from an animal, so that is a really big plus. Just invest in your brushes, because your brushes is the one that is going to last you a very long time. You do not have to throw them out, you just have to clean them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. It was a very detailed video about my skin and what works for me, what may not work for you, and that's okay. Makeup is about trying things out, figuring it out. The answers is not always in front of your face. Placement is key. And yeah, I don't want to let you guys go, so I'm just gonna Thank you guys so much for watching, supporting, and helping. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff I just said a few minutes ago. Hug yourself, and what else? I'll see you in the next one. Bye.